Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling, and I hope you have absolutely wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create super quick squirrel cards perfect for the autumn season. Today I decided to combine my mini collection called Colorful Autumn and beautiful cutting dies from Textures, Squirrel and Hedgehog. So first, let's have a look at Colorful Autumn collection. It is only £1 and it is a digital collection that you can get on Buy Me a Coffee website, and I leave the link in the description down below. We've got 2 pages of elements to fussy cut, then beautiful design papers with some leaves and also other patterns. Let's create the card base. So I've got 300 GSM white melty purpose card, and I'm going to use circle cutter that I got from the little couple of weeks ago. You can also use any cutter from your stash if you have it, or you can use any nesting dice and that'll be perfectly fine. So here I'm creating a circle measuring 7 inches because I want this card to fit in 7 by 7 inches envelope, and I need 2 pieces of the same measurement. So this one is 300 GSM white melty purpose card, and this is just perfect to create your card bases. So when these elements are ready, then we have to choose the design paper. And I really wanted to use the leaves from that mini collection. If you like this collection, I'll leave the link in the description down below. So when this is ready, then we have to start decorating the card. Here, as you can see, I also have a circular border, but in the end, I didn't use it. So let's put some of the elements together. And to do it, I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, because I do have time to maneuver the elements. However, first I'm going to add a little bit of color using Walnut stain Distress Oxide Ink. And this is just perfect. If you want to distress the edges, this is the way to go. So when this is ready, then we can have a think how we can decorate this card even more. As it is still autumn, it might feel chilly at the moment, but I thought let's use that design paper to create a card with a squirrel. I absolutely love the cutting die from Luke Collins, so I really wanted to use it for today's card, and I always need some thank you cards as well. So when my front panel is ready, then we can move on to the next step. So here, I've got some elements that I fussy cut. You can use your scan and cut or Cricut machine, or you can use scissors, and that's exactly what I did here. So I'm going to create a border with those red leaves, and I think they are just so pretty. If you like autumn leaves, this collection is just perfect for you. So in the description down below, I left the links to all the products I use in today's video, including the cutting die from Textures, so you can check it out. Also wanted to ask you, what deals did you get for Black Friday? If you got something very special, please let me know in the comments down below. Tomorrow, I'm going to start my 12 days of Christmas tutorials, so stay tuned for that. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe so you don't miss any of those videos. And I can tell you, they will be absolutely amazing, including some fancy folds as well. So when this element is ready, now it is time for the squirrel. I really like this cutting die. It comes in 2 pieces, the bigger and the smaller one. So the bigger is the lighter color and the smaller one is for, let's say, orange, gray or red color. Depends on the squirrel you want to create. So as you can see, they work together very well. Now, I thought let's add a little bit of texture and more color to our squirrel. So I'm going to use 4 Distress Oxide colors in Walnut stain, Candied apple, tea dye, and ripe Persimmon. All the names of those products you can check in the description down below. And if you create your die cuts for bigger cards, do you add some color just to add a little bit of interest? If you don't, I do encourage you to try it. It really makes a difference and it makes your projects very special. So here I'm trying to go with the lightest color first and then the darker. And this way I'm going to have a lot of dimension. As you can see, this Distress Oxide ink was very juicy. So in the end, I just had to blend it a little bit longer than usual. But in the end, it worked absolutely perfect. So this is so easy to create, and if you do like squirrels, I would really like to know, do you prefer the red ones or the brown ones? Or maybe you have grey ones, because that's what we've got in London. And they are just so adorable. So when my squirrel is ready, I'm going to clean the surface because I don't want that thing to be transferred on my project, and I do encourage you to do exactly the same. Now it will be time to put them together using again my liquid glue. It is my go-to, especially when I use small or intricate die cuts, because this is the best way, and you can always maneuver the elements and it dries clear, which is super cool. So now, when the squirrel is ready, we have to add the eye because we do need that element, right? Just to make this squirrel even more special. So I use some white and black card. Super amazing with that cutting die set from Luke Collins. If you don't have it yet, please check the link in the description down below. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to use that squirrel very often next year, especially for the autumn season. And when she's ready, or he's ready, I'm not really sure what's the gender here, I can place that squirrel on our card front. And with the border I created with those red leaves, this is just perfect composition. It will be time for a sentiment. And actually, in the collection I just showed you, you can also get 2 design papers for free. Just check Buy Me a Coffee website. And in one of them, you also have a label where you can stamp your own sentiment. So I fussy cut it and I'm going to use it for my project today, which I think is really cool. So here I'm adding some dimension to my squirrel because I really wanted to stand proudly on that card. And this is my very big trick for you. So always use a few drops of liquid glue, then double-sided foam adhesive, peel off the backing, and a few drops of liquid glue as well. This way, the project will last forever. And that's what we want, especially with all those beautiful projects we create. How often do you create projects with animals? Do you stamp them or do you use your cutting dice? And if you do have your favorite, I would absolutely love to know which one is it. In my collection, the mini collection, you also get some icons as well. So I fussy cut it. The shape is super easy, so you don't need any cutting dice to do it. Now it will be time for the back panel of my card, and I've got exactly the same circle I created for the front panel. So first I'm going to cut a tiny bit off. Just make sure it is super straight, and now let's create the top flap. Now it is time to fold it, burnish, and we can assemble the back and the front together. So this is the trick I always use for any shaped cards. So this way you can create very unusual projects. How often do you create autumn projects? And how many have you created this year? I'm really curious. Do you have your favorite design paper pad or maybe some cutting dice? If you do, share them in the comments. Now it is time for a sentiment, and I'm going to use black stays on ink. I've got my stamping cushion and I use very old stamp set collection from Crafter's Companion because it had the word thanks, which would actually fit on that label. So I thought that would be just perfect. I do encourage you to look at your stash because I'm pretty sure you do have some elements that you want to use with other design papers and die cuts, and they will work together beautifully. So to create this card, you can also use anything you've got in your stash. So just have a look around and create something beautiful today. Again, I'm going to add some dimension using double-sided foam adhesive. If you haven't seen my project on Monday with accordion gatefold card, which is 5 by 7 inches, the link is at the top right corner. And tomorrow, as I told you, I'm going to have super fun first day of 12 days of Christmas project. Now it is time to add some gems and the card is complete. Super quick, right? Altogether, the cut took me about 25 minutes, which for a handmade cut, it is super quick. So, if you like it, please let me know in the comments down below. Here you can see my other project using the same cutting die. Have a wonderful day and see you tomorrow for my first day of Christmas tutorial. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.